All right. The reason I picked this topic and I wanted to focus on these three domains, kinetic, cyber, and IW, all three there, all three unconventional. So we are seeing a lot of unconventional. Post Op Sindoor, we are seeing like a lot of unique tactics used by the adversary. On the kinetic front, we are seeing small-sized drones used for as kamikazes or for payload dropping or for ISR. We've seen Op Spiderweb. We've seen Rising Lion. On the info warfare stuff, on the info warfare front, we saw a lot of coordinated disinformation at scale done by adversaries. And also on the cyber front, we are seeing a lot of exfiltration of data. So all of this happens simultaneously during the fog of war, right? And one thing that got me thinking was like, okay, unconventional war is going to get worse. So how do we have practical solutions? Because a lot of people come and preach, there's a lot of solutions sold. But if you really think about it, what practically truly works to stop kinetic attacks with anti-drone systems and to stop cyber attacks. So I want to talk about that. I have two gentlemen with me. I want to talk about first the kinetic front, and I have Pawan with me here, Pawan Kakkar. He's from Juga Pro. I want to invite him to talk about this.
So good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Pawan Kakkar. I am from a company called Juga Pro. We are into anti-drone systems. We eat, breathe, sleep anti-drone. Now, rather we don't sleep. Unfortunately, what has happened, that the drones are small, the problem is big. The second problem that we have is the perception that the drones are small and the amount of damage that these people can do will also be insignificant. That's the myth that has been broken after Operation Sindoor for us. But before that, there was an event called Aramco. They brought down some of the refinery products. So if you look at particular attack on that refinery, that brought down the production by a quarter. It affected the economy of that particular nation for a while. It affected us because the energy that we were getting, all the supplies went up. So power, energy, any other infrastructure which is out there in hinterland is exposed. Do we have a protection? Are we looking at drones as a small threat? Are they an intrusion in our privacy, or they are a little bigger? So if we look at that particular problem, this particular infographic will give you a review that what all needs to be done. Are we going to just pick up a gun and shoot at the drone, throw a frying pan? When you see a drone that is not your own, what do you think about it? So you need a lot of solutions, what we call our anti-drone solutions. And Kaushal, as you rightly said, some of the systems work, some of them don't. Not that the systems were bad or the people who were selling were not selling an appropriate product, but the technology changes very fast.
So you said this to General Chauhan also, that you eat, sleep, breathe anti-drone technology, right?
Yes.
Why are you better? Why is the stuff that's out there probably not working and it's just a checkbox on compliance? Why do we need this right now to form that protective bubble?
So you look at this particular list of products, you look at the technologies that come together, and you have to fuse all that on a live basis. So there is no reason that a system will fail. So if you are talking of an anti-drone solution, you are talking of a success rate beyond 80s and 90%, not 10, 20, 30%. Now, even if a failure rate of 10 to 15% is a huge risk because it's a matter of life and death. So we eat and breathe anti-drone, but we are not able to sleep. If we get 4 hours of sleep now, it's quite difficult because you have to watch all what's happening on Signal, Telegram, YouTube, because it's out there. The threat is out there. Solutions aren't. So we have to find those solutions. We have to work and find what's working and what's not. And what's not, we have to learn. So believe me, what you have seen in Operation Sindoor, we were getting 500, 700 drones and we were prepared. But what we are not prepared is a drone coming into the hinterland, coming into our backyards, coming into the infrastructure where we are not prepared and we are not trained. That's the biggest problem. Are we trained to use those equipment? Because we have never seen that threat. So we simulate that threat. We simulate an attack. We started this in 2016 when the drones were not popular. And in 2019, we simulated an attack on a possible G20 location where we simulated a 500-gram payload being brought as a firecracker and creating a kind of a quantum. So let me show you a video and then we'll come back why it is important. Can you gentlemen please run the video? So looking at soft kill and hard kill, between soft kill and hard kill, there is something which we have drone catchers. And let me run you a video. So these are few trials that we have done in last 6 years, more than 20 trials, successful ones, and picking up where others might fail. So here we have detected a drone about 1.5 kilometers. What you will see is Bombay Express Highway. We send a drone from there. We have a drone hunter. It's an autonomous system. We have a radar-based detection. The ground system cues the drone hunter to go autonomously, and now you'll see the magic happening. So there you see on a speck, that speck is not a bird, it's a drone. So the system must know what's a bird in a drone, and then it must capture it, bring it physical for the forensics, where Kaushal and his team will be able to see who was operating that drone, and then we can go and hit the pilot, hit the adversary, hit that particular non-state actor. So we have fought 3 days, we have fought the state actor, we fought that particular state. Now what we are having a bigger problem is that we are going to fight a non-state actor. Now you see that we have brought that drone, captured like a fish, a Spider-Man in the sky. We fished that drone out of the sky, and this is fully autonomous.